Good morning, everyone. Hope you have had a good shower this morning. Hope you had gotten your trading together. What I'm going to do today, we're going to look for some New Zealand weakness. I just updated the bottom there. What my current pips are and total profit is of all my orders. So whatever. But yeah, those are the current positions at the beginning of this stream. My name is Evan, trading for 9 years, soon 10. Currently doing seasonality, fundamentals, and whatever fun stuff. Other than that, if you enjoy, please. So let's start off. I can see I'm losing money left, right, and center here. Oh my lord, what is happening? That is absolutely what I want to see. I want to see price come back down to 0.7818. I saw this morning when I woke up that I saw this blue candle. I was like, I don't like that. But now that it's coming lower, sure. So if you want to have a cup of coffee, it is at where is it? Shop at shop.evanfx.com. Actually, my what do you call it? My links are not great today. They are absolutely horrible. So yeah, cool. If you hear the music in the background, you're not supposed to hear that. So there is that. Cool. Let's update that one. So changes. Good. Okay. So we have, of course, today very lovely people coming through. Ed Side has a good morning from yesterday. Abdel Ghani, good morning to you too. Suzukiano, twice in a day. Well, it was last night. Well, it's actually it started at what 11:30 last night, and ended at like one past midnight, way too far into the midnight. So yeah, life of me. Good morning, Ahmed or Ahmed, depending on how you want to say it. Of course, we've all been influenced by Jeff Dunham, but that is that. So everything is going right. Everything going fine, unless you want to be dramatic. And I saw this morning that there for Norway's part there is not going to be any more depreciation, and I'm like, okay, tell me something better then. Deine Mutter, guten Morgen. Ja. Oh, it's not was good. Was it? No. Me in German today is horrible because I have someone I know learning German. She speaks German to me, but I can't remember all the German because I did like German like how long time ago? 13 years ago. Wait, I was 13 years ago, 15 years ago. So it's horrible. We get das dir, of course it is. Anyways, back to trading. There we are. Okay, cool. So London Open. Here we are. I set up these trades last night with you on stream, and we are just about. Oh, actually, whoa, bro. We actually are getting a buy on stream here. I'm just gonna, okay. We have that one, and I'm gonna double check the monthly. That means I'm just gonna go into my Nay. Okay. Okay. I didn't see that last night. It's okay that we have to go through. Okay, I need to go through a rabbit hole. Sorry, people. I need to go through a rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. Meaning I just need to double confirm that when we hit target, we fall hard. Okay. When we hit target in August, I never did that actually that year. Okay. That one went bearish. Whenever we hit target. Yeah, okay. Okay, that really puts me in a bad. Adina, that is actually okay. Do you know what? Some Dutch people. Well, just okay. Sorry, why am I stuttering in the morning? My point is, I'm just trying to keep my German alive. So it's a selfish thing, trying to connect. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, English is fine. Can you please check GU and we can place Eurocat? Okay, so we are in an epiphany at the moment. That means I need to maximally buy M2. So I need to take away my excitement. Come back to M2. We are currently around 24th. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I need to induce my excitement, and I'm going to put a limit order at 108.48 at the moment. As we see, there is that one. Also New Zealand, and I said 108.48, 108.48. 108.47. Yeah, I can move that a bit. Double checking something with you guys. Do you guys hear the background music? Probably not. I'm gonna put it on. I guys want. Okay, I didn't do that. Okay, I just want you guys to hear that sound of. Love it. So that is my order at 108.48. I have moved it to 108.50. And I'm going to explain that in 2 milliseconds. That's my limit order there. And if it doesn't get triggered, I literally don't care. Problem. This is a very big problem because we hit the weekly target, we hit monthly target. That generally leads to a very deep pullback. So problems. So okay, that's it. So okay, maybe this year is different. But that also means where is calendar? So calendar here is 1st of May. So in 1 week, we're going to be 1st of May. And that's when Aussie yen tends to have a bottom. So going forward on Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, I need to be cautious. And then I need to see. Yeah, I need to be cautious. I'm just going to say that. I just need to be cautious so I can get a better, or still remember to still buy next Monday as if nothing has happened. This is what I'm talking about. This dip here from 28th of April, 30%, around 36% drawdown, which is relatively something. There is some year it is 116 pips, 15 pips, 11 pips, 111, 128, 156. So it's a bit of a fall. 100 pips, 150 pips. It looks like that a max drop here. By the way, this is 15. This is 115, 144. Yeah, okay. 117, 102. Okay. So okay. Okay, so how far is 115 pips drawdown? That is down to 108, 107.8. Where's 107.8? 107.8 is down to my stop loss. Okay, here's what it is done. Okay, so the reason for that is this bullishness overall from here until 17th of May, where we have pretty good winning trades, generally speaking, seasonality wise, and it's 20th of April. It's generally being good, but okay, fine. Where is it then? Where did I do it from then? Yeah. Anyways, so there is peaks here that we're going higher until 15th of May. Generally, New Zealand weakness though. That is basically everything. So moving forward for that. Okay. I am skeptical if I should buy it. So can somebody give me a playing? What do you call it? Give me a message later on that I should check it again so I can think about it for some minutes. Your cat. No, that wasn't first. G was first. That is Mr. Unebuchi. I yesterday said no trading on GU, and the very simple reason is as close as you would imagine to be. There's no trend here. I would say that current market is choppy. If you look at dollar as a comparison, it is. Yeah, is it bearish? Yeah, it's probably bearish, but it's not like woohoo bearish or woohoo bullish. It's kind of in the middle. That means that you also have to adapt to the market situation it's currently in, and you have to reduce your risk. You have to reduce your trading, and you have to be like, this is not a great place to be. Yes, this is a great place to buy. This is a great place to buy. This is okay place to buy, but I need to high. And all of these lows are no. We're not. So of course, it's also a great place to buy. Those two places are great places to buy in an uptrend. But the moment you don't get a new higher high and you get an equal low, get out of there. So at the moment, technical analysis tells me GU to the upside is null and void until it makes a new higher high, until it continues on, and until it tells me that it should go higher. Okay. Let's go over some gold. Okay. So what I mentioned yesterday was gold is at equal low or a brand new lower low, meaning it's not necessarily the best place to trade anything whatsoever. And I said bearishness for the simple reason is that we have broken lower. We are more low than high at the moment. And if we're breaking higher, everything is great. But I do have to say something to you that should make you believe in whatever I do. Not that you need to, but I would love to. You too. That from 11th of April to 20th of May, we have a bearishness. It's not fantastic returns, but it's not bullish either. So when you go over to your charts and you say, okay, what day was it? Was it 11th of April is give or take there. And then if you take one more day out, is 13th around the same time. So 1 day to give or take. And we are peaking or pausing. And market did so. Therefore, I am, as long as the bullish trend is over, I am not entitled or I'm not induced to find anything or trade anything, because what I need to do on gold in particular is momentum. And when you look at the momentum at the moment on gold, it is by one bearish on the 1 hour. Secondly, the pullbacks is almost equal size, though there is new lower lows, but it's not trending. Why do I need that? Because the way I make money is that there's a change in price, and if it's just flat, I don't make money, and I need a volatility. So that's the current situation on gold as of this morning. I would love for gold to go higher or lower, whatever it does. I would love it to break 1970. I also would like it to break 2007. It's a very wide range, mostly because the market gives me that range. So I need to break higher or lower before we get before we can establish that we still have a trend. Because right now, if you trade right now, sorry, bro, but if you lose money, it's completely your fault. And you have completely disregarded technical analysis as a tool to help you win. So, what is the market I want to trade in? This is a market I want to trade in. Not really those. Too shabby. This, if able. This, if able. This, if able. So I try to avoid this kind of market and try to avoid this kind of market, which is just a range. And when it comes to range trading on gold, it is the worst trading condition that I know of. Also, it's way worse than spike. Spike trading is possible, but range trading is so random. Even the spots on a dimension in is less random than this. Gary, were you in the live yesterday? Your cat is extraordinarily high. And the current direction on it is absolutely astronomical. The speed and the force this market has gone in is absolutely amazing. What generally tends to happen in that situation? This. The faster you go up, the faster you come down. So yesterday I said that oil is bearish technically. Okay. So, what's my verdict here? I actually don't want to say anything here. The reason for that is, one, is not my specialty. Secondly, it doesn't really matter because what is currently happening is there's a big drop at the moment on your cat, but that can be sucked up and continue higher. These going to continue lower. But my whole point and why I am backing off is the sheer speed of it. That opens up the possibility. But sure, look for buys and you'll probably be fine. But it's not a market that I want to be in. I have a document that says what kind of markets I'm supposed to be in. And if I scroll through here, this is the kind of markets I'm supposed to be in. Continuation of bullish trend, coming back up to resistance, or in a bullish setting, so bullish here, where we gradually go higher. There can be this aggressiveness in it, but it's not what I prefer to have. And then this is a more of a bullish one that I want. I want deeper pullbacks, but still continues higher. It is more of a healthy continuation, respect supports, both on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, respect support and resistance. And that's kind of the market that I'm trying to look forward to trading. Boom. Yeah, so you're a CAD. Who said it? That was Abdel. Wrong chat. So in those situations, I'm generally just lose money. So that's all. How do I feel about crude? To a degree. Bears said yesterday, we have fallen down since yesterday. And I kid you not, we probably should have like a deeper pullback. And 71.10 looks 79.10 looks like a great one. Unless that is just going to continue lower. So I don't know how aggressive it's going to be. That's a whole different up to the market kind of a thing. But we today even have made a new lower low, give or take, maybe not so much, but still try to. That is still negative of bearish trade that we have fallen 1% today already. So that's that. Where's the state of my training count? Training count is still alive. Haven't lost it yet. Cool. Any good trades forming in your opinion? Thanks again. So what I've already mentioned to you. Joe, can you tell me the probabilities for this week on an Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, if you have time? I can't multitask at the moment. The reason that we hit target on a weekly, we hit target on a monthly. Where my suspicious is that this week is going to be 100 to 150 pips lower, and that 1st of May is much of a better trade to take on it. See if you can confirm or deny my thing there, because we hit target on the monthly, hit target on the weekly, but pulling back. It's just that it's annoying if this one now comes all the way down, and I didn't, and I bought something I shouldn't have bought, and I should have gotten out of something I should have gotten out of something that is clearly overextended. I currently have I only have one order left on it. I guess I can just leave it then. I took profit last week on Target last week. Did I mention that to everyone? I bet I did, but yeah. Results is coming in, effectively range bound with more risk to screw to the downside. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So I have one order on. I got out at 108.90. So I guess that's why. I saw it, just commented it. Should we open link? This is what it sent me. So basically what this one says is that it's 85% screwed to the downside. The low generally comes in around here, where most of the lows coming in at weekly S2, which is basically target for sellers, and around 1.56 give or 0.65, sorry, give or take. So I'm leaving that by, even though that was a great setup, technically at least, but it doesn't fully align. So there is that answer. Who was it? Gary? I was wanting to buy that one. You're New Zealand. is another one that I'm currently looking at. 178.18, 177.54. Currently in just limit orders on those. Note that 28% of the top occurs below weekly central pivot. This is significant because when you have a larger number greater than 20% tops below CP, it increases the likelihood of a bearish continuation trade. Okay. Then I will be break even on my Aussie dollar, also Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. If it then comes lower, at least I tried dying at least. Yeah, so that is the second one that I'm thinking about. New Zealand dollar, I am absolutely New Zealand dollar against the American dollar. I am, yeah, it's bearish. Also, it's falling for all that matters. But I'm so ambivalent about the fundamentals behind it. The same thing with New Zealand yen. It has fallen off, but also yen pairs, and yen is in my eyes bearish, not probably also technically. So it's kind of like bearish, and I really don't like it. So those are kind of out of the game. I want price to actually come back up again to 83.37. So this is okay, but this is actually currently happening. And I also have a sell at 83.42, and those two are still good and dancing. So that's another opportunity that I'm looking forward to. And then New Zealand, Swiss is just falling. It's the bearish thing out there, and it's absolutely lovely. The only problem with it is that I bet it is very close or past the monthly target, which makes me easy because that can set up for a deeper pullback. Because the thing about New Zealand Swiss is that we are currently, that's what I thought, the reason why it's so bearish is because Swiss is bullish, strong. So, okay, and it just fell off. So next year I'm just going to sell it off the cliff. But fine, fair enough. It is what it is. I didn't get it. So this is another one that if you get a pullback on it, is great for the downside, seasonality wise, technically. So Euro New Zealand CAD, New Zealand Swiss is currently what I'm looking at. Not my usual pairs, to be honest, but it's currently just the normal things. Euro dollar, by the way, from yesterday. There is kind of your entry now this morning. Didn't quite get there. There's a 3 pips difference there, give or take, maybe 5. There is a chance there. So if not, you can look for it to continue higher. That's the other one that I am thinking about. Can be a good potential. So yeah, there's your low there. And then we have, that's a Friday move. Okay, cool. Yeah. That is the buy there if you're dollar bearish. Okay. Moving forward, so those are the opportunities that I'm currently seeing. What is the opposite to it? If you're thinking of dollar bullishness, USD CAD is absolutely phenomenal. Currently, it's fairly overstretched. I would argue, and I bet that Joe is much better than I am on it, but I haven't traded it as I would do it, as I haven't bought or anything. But just mentioning. ING comes out this morning and says that there's now a blackout period. Just mentioning that to everyone. You're not going to hear anything from Fed for the next week now. 1.5 week until the FOMC meeting, meaning that there is nothing to worry about. Oh, Fed is going to say this, Fed is going to do that. Not going to happen. There is GDP, there is core PCE this week. There's also GDP out of Europe, as far as I remember. So there's more database this week, but there is also an interest rate meeting in Japan, as mentioned yesterday, and that's basically it. So I am not really worried or bothered about this week's economic calendar. Maybe a CPI out of Australia, but whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Unless it has 0.3 or more deviation from consensus. Remember that Mr. RBA, I can't remember, Low, is that it's called now, said that they are, or hinting that they're peaking. So if this CPI comes in higher than expected, that's going to lead to hopefully some Australian dollar strength. Even though they've had high inflation, that has not automatically led to Australian dollar strength, mostly because dollar has been stronger. But if this one now, when Australia goes higher on CPI, or New Zealand for that matter goes higher on CPI than America, then are going to see a shift of much more Australian dollar strength, and that's good for me. I want that on my Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar bullish trade overall. But that's on Wednesday. It is not today. The other things to mention for today is what is the current flow. Okay, so there is still some talks about Fed maybe still hiking going into the future. Of course, there are price in most likely to hike one time and then pause. There's also speculations that, or by Fed members, that they are still have an open door to continue higher rates. So that should lead to some dollar strength, but it's not really, what do you call it? It's not really fun. Joe, just a fun little thing to everyone there. I paused the invites to the Discord channel, and I deleted all the invite links that is used. I don't know if you have a link that you have used that is now invalid. So if you go to Discord and you go to invite link, chat group room thing, there is a new link there. Only 100 available, but they are never ending though. But there's been impersonations of me in the group once every day now. I think I banned one every day that is impersonating me, and they are remarkably close to how I opening up, or I guess how humans opens up to chatting to new people. The only thing that saves me is that people have talked to me before, and then they're like, "Hey, that's not you, Evan, is it?" So I don't know how to get rid of that unless there's that guy that bothered you, and he's bothering me because I don't know, he can't bother you anymore or something. I don't know, but it's really, really annoying. But the annoying part is like the fact that there can be people that get scammed because he talks like me, looks like me, sounds like me, is compassionate, or using the compassion side of me because you don't go around and say, "Hey, you stupid, send me your trading history," kind of a thing, or "How is your trading going?" But I don't ask for Bitcoin, and I don't ask for investments. I ask how your trading is going as a general fact, but you need to, as a general thing, or just ask me on stream, text me on stream, and I will see it, so you can actually get me. But I can just take a screenshot selfie of myself with your chat, and you can see it's actually me. And I hate I'm in that position, but I guess the more famous you become, the more people that wants to spy on your name. Thank you for thank you for whoever is doing it for giving me an ego that I actually can do something. That somebody actually is paying attention to whatever I'm doing. That is so worth your time to impersonate me. So I take that as a positive thing. Thunder. Yeah. So now I'm gonna vet. The other thing that they do, they go in under a different name and then they change to after they have landed, after they have gone into Discord. But now Thunder, I know Thunder, so you're a good boy. It's just that I think I'll start talking to everyone who comes in, and if you don't respond within one day, I ban them or kick them out or something. I don't know if that's a thing even. Unless you're on A1 channel or another channel that I'm in, that I can verify it's actually you. Then yeah. Sorry for ranting, but it's a necessary evil in our community apparently. So 20175 is my current limit order for British Pound New Zealand. I have a secondary at 20119 by bullish bias. And the simple fact is seasonality New Zealand pound is apparently having, was it 10.1 inflation the other day? Ian says, I have a couple of traders I've let you know about. Yeah. And they could also, I wake up at 2 a.m. to ban them in, and I thank you very much for first of all being a part of the community, and second of all letting me know, because they never talk to me, funny enough. So that's all. So that's my two buy position, my two limit orders. Secondly, I am waiting for this one to get up to, is it around 17th of this one as well? I think everything is just peaking around that time. And if I can get a pullback on it, that would be great. But, yeah, 17th on that one. 90% winning chance, 29% annual return. Sharp ratio is a bit less than 1. It's all right. Yeah. Pullback around 28th. Yeah, okay, cool. Looks to be pretty okay, pretty good. My only concern is target on the monthly, target on the weekly being hit, meaning we will have a deeper pullback than what I'm currently seeing. And yeah, there we go. Okay, dokie. Okay, that makes me worried because I respect those target levels so much. It's absolutely sickening. So yeah, okay. Look at that one last year. Okay. That's some deep pullbacks. Okay. That's some deep pullbacks. So it's mostly pound driven then. Yeah, nah. What I'm gonna do is I am going to reduce my lot size on this one and expectations. And if it comes dropping down, it comes dropping down. And if it goes higher, it goes higher. So that we can accommodate for a much deeper pullback and catch that instead of being stuck up here. But that is my two tentative plans. I'm just going to reduce my lot size on it and then wait for an even deeper one if that happens. That's my outlook there, and then closing 15th of May. That doesn't mean that we're not going to hit stop loss on this one. It just means that that's when I want to get out of it. And it generally seemed to be able to hold on pretty nice. Um, oh yeah, so those are my two concerns. Target being hit, and previous years we've had quite deep pullbacks, and it's just about not getting burned and still being opportunistic when it does hit your stop loss, and it still goes lower, and you still wait for it to return around, and you still wait for it to go higher. Meta. Um, uh, um, okay. I'm just texting in Discord, in A1 Trading Discord in the meantime. That's all. Okay. Um, moving on. Swissia. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Ja da, koselig. Hit target on the monthly. What does that mean? It means that we have reached our generally our maximum potential for the month. If it continues higher, that is an outlier. It may happen twice a year, so twice out of 12 attempts, and sometimes it barely hits and goes down, and sometimes it doesn't hit it at all before it falls down. That means that when we hit target, I really don't want us to trade this anymore. Even as much as I want profits, and much as I love trading and I love my job and I love you guys, this target being hit and this one being hit now is sheer get out of the trade. So if you have a trade bullish bias, Zumba, I would get out of it. If you have a short on it, it's still not bearish. So this is a continuing bullish trend, and it depending on what you want to do, but I would say both ways it shouldn't be traded anymore because it had reached a target and it's not currently bearish. This can continue on forever. Yen pairs can continue on bullishly forever. But there is certain ways in certain markets that you should be aware of. This generally leads to deeper pullbacks. That's why I'm afraid on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, because I know that it can come down. Hmm. And I know now. Who are you? 14th of April 2022. That's a whole year ago. Okay. Okay. That's good time there. Okay. Going forward. I would say leave this alone. Maybe come back in May. 1st of May, sorry. 30th of April. And see if there's anything new there. Because the train for a buy was at 144. We're currently at 150. And well, hindsight, Evan. If you are a buyer, that is your price to buy, anyways. It's not hindsight. That's just how it is. And currently, it's 148.70 for the next month. So that is that. Adu, how are you? Ahmed. should we get out of the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar trade? Have I mentioned that I took partial profits there? Okay, so let's update this one. Reply. Everyone should Australian, New Zealand dollar update. Partial. If you haven't ordered on, because what I've done myself is that I've already exited a weekly trade. So I'm just gonna post that one here, and then we go over to weekly. So I'm not going to take profit on the one I have already. I am going to we have now hit monthly and weekly target. Then still have one order on. From original entry. So yeah. Partial. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's a bit of a difference there between this one. It's like 30 and 15 pips, but you can still go higher. But I don't want to gamble it. Partial take profit. We have now hit monthly target, weekly target. That means that we are at the expected high. I will continue to look for buys at a lower price. I still have one order on from original entry. The outlook points to a bearish week combined with hitting target. That makes me want to reduce risk. So yes, sir. Have you spoken to Harold lately, Adu? Have you? So yeah. So for those who are wondering, I wanted to buy this one this morning, and if it goes home, then I guess it goes home. But I now want to see if this one is going to drop more. There is CPI later this week, so if that one surprises to the downside, I guess that might be the catalyst for it to go lower. Nirosha, Australian dollar, US dollar. Sure, dude. Range, and I already have, a thing here that says don't trade it because it's not trending. It has no direction, and in that market, I am not making any money. So, yeah, not really interested there. Just gonna say trades. Yeah, okay. I already set it there. Okay, cool. Okay. Where is it now? Copy image. I'm sorry, I'm just multitasking though. My bad. If there is a typo in there, don't run after me, run after my English teacher. So, yeah, I don't want to trade Australian dollar US dollar because it's not trending, and there is better things to put my money onto than that. Maybe euro would be a better idea. Straight facts because it's bullish. Euro is strong fundamentally, technically, sentimentally. And if you look into true fitness, cool. Okay, fine. Double checking my calendar for tomorrow, so I actually have time to get my butt beaten. Okay, cool. I have time to do that. Thanks, Ivan, for professional analysis. You explain everything in detail. Very, very much welcome, Ahmed. Okay. Yeah, no jokes, bro. I don't know. I thought they still had like satellite phones in off-grid areas, but okay, cool. How is the dollar shortage going in Nigeria? That is for me interesting. I don't understand it, but the possibility of it. That's all. New Zealand CAD almost hitting my limit order. Euro New Zealand. Yeah, not enough yet. 78. No, not really much. Do you know what we learned last week, people? This is where we started off. And we fell 119 pips. And if we fall 119 pips, back down to the same buyer zone. So I am just waiting at 107 and 107.50. 77.50, sorry, my bad. What else? Someone says, "Good morning, guys," and I said, "Pretty good." And says, That's an answer you get from someone on a Monday that loves his job." And I said, "Yeah, 800 pips in profit in float. 800 pips profit in float is the reason. Just trying to survive the day." Meaning, on Mondays is generally where poop hits the fan and things goes west, left, right, and center, and you're just trying to hold on in this roller coaster thing of a trade because it does deep pullbacks on Mondays. I'm just telling you for free, at least on euro. So I just want to survive it. Because that's Friday there. Okay. This one is a Monday. There we go. And this one is a Monday. So Monday, Friday. And that's a Wednesday. Okay. And that is a Monday. So I guess you got the point. British pound, Japanese yen, Jordan. Sure. Do you have any direction on it, mate? Do you have any direction on it, or are you only looking for my professional opinion on it? The reason why I say that is basically so where I can understand more of your brain and how it works and how you're thinking, because I can say this is bullish, but if you want to sell it, that has no value to you. So I just want to give the most value to you in the direction that you are, because you can actually be right. This can turn bearish by the end of the day, but we are in a strong bullish trend. We just came down to center pivot, which is another buy zone, buy zone, buy zone, buy zone. So we are having a continuation of buys going higher, meaning the current price at resistance can be used as resistance, but then you need to break previous low for you to be more allowed to sell it. Secondly, if you're a buyer, did you buy here? If you're a buyer, did you buy here? And did you survive the fall? Which you probably shouldn't, but that's the question. So those are your two bullish setups. I'm overall long-term bullish, looking at a price action that can get some short, or a long-term bullish, but looking at price action can see some short-term bearish. Okay, cool. So when I look at trades and I think, what looks like a great sell? So when I think of great sells, I would argue in a situation currently, what would be okay, what would be somewhere here at the moment on it, and so we're not quite there. So there's still a lot of things to do when you have bearishness coming in. And the other version is that you have a brand new lower low come back up to resistance for next week. So if we are here, we have made a new low, done that, you practically need to have a new lower low, because that is going to really solidify. And as you see here, I would say that we are, if this is a bearish one, you need to break this one on the 4 hour. Why is this important? Because currently bulls are in control 100% at this moment, because if they were not in control, we would have made lower lows. We had pretty hard fall on Thursday or Friday, which in turn is to shake out people who is technically weak. What does that mean? That means that if you're afraid, if you have emotions which you shouldn't have, that is not a professional trader's mindset and a professional trader's behavior. Your behavior should be reflecting in your back testing. So if you see on a Friday that it falls off the ground and you start turning bearish in a bullish trend, fine. That is totally possible. The only problem I have with this one is that I see this one going higher currently with the 9 years of experience that I have. I can be wrong, but there is a very simple rule that I have. Either it breaks lower here as a bearish one, or it breaks higher, comes back, or it breaks higher, comes back as support, and it continues a bullish trend. And when you say you are bullish long term, I would then argue, why are you not bullish currently? Because you still have a bullish trend, right? You still have what you needed on Friday to buy it on support. You have what you needed yesterday on market open to put in a limit order, or on order at market open, to the upside, because you haven't broken lower yet. So if I was in your position, you had bullish long term, I would have, at least on one account, have bought it yesterday. And then if your main account is kind of what you're doing generally, because I also want you to test things, right? I want to test your brain. I want to test your theories, because when you go off, I would call this more emotional approach, that you're short-term bearish. Test that on demo or on a different account, so that you can see, okay, should I have been bearish here? Should I have been bullish here? Like, what was the deal? And to be fair with you, it's you should have a very clear opinion and a clear data in terms of what you do at any given point. So there's no room for I feel like, or I wish like, or I my opinion is. There is no room for that. It's only a room for one, do you have the statistics behind it? Two, do you have the profitability in it? Three, do you have done this many times in that specific situation where you come off pretty hard on a Friday? Should you buy there? Should you not buy there? Should you wait? Should you not wait? What do you need to see before you be able to buy? That should be printed into your trading. And in my experience, if I was doing this, though I didn't, I would have been afraid on Friday, but I would have bought yesterday at least. So there would be some small profits in it. That would be a continuation trade, because this is where, this is where the buys was in. And that's at 162, 163 level. We're now 167. We're quite late in the bullish trend. And you need a deeper pullback, which you got on Friday. So I would argue that you are sitting pretty nicely with your bullish long-term strategy. But if you have short-term ideas, test that out as long as you still could test out your long-term one, because I don't see that we have hit significant levels that would make us go completely bearish right now. Make sense? So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm only saying whatever you do, test out both, or go back at least, write them down, so you can go back and test them out on demo or on replay and see what would have happened if you continued with your overall direction in the market when you still have the technical analysis for it. You still have the technical direction for it, right? New Zealand cat still not entering my trails. I'm still bothered. Still bothered. Still not up there. I saw it was green earlier, but it hasn't. It hasn't got activated yet. So that is that. Doesn't make sense, Jordan. Also, I'm not bothered if you don't follow how I do things, but I really want you to have clear sight mentally in whatever you do, so there's no room for what if and what if happens. What if happens should already be on demo, have been done on demo. What if happens should already be traded out, meaning I've done it so many times on demo or virtually or whatever you call it, that there is no emotion. Because the thing is that I'm trying to teach lately is you need to be absolutely primed for trading. And the only way to get primed for trading and primed for whatever you do is to do it many, 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 many times. It's the same thing as going to the store and buying bread. You will do it automatically in the end. And that's the same thing with trading. And you don't believe you're going to get scammed, or you don't believe things is going to go horribly wrong when you buy a bread at the store or in the bakery, because you have done it many times and it's gone fine many times before you. But when it comes to trading, and all of a sudden everything becomes so just have confidence, have objectivity, have rules, test them out, and use as little emotions as possible but rely on what does the market feed you. What does it give you? What does it say to you? And once you do that, trading is going to be much more easier. Because you rule out, like for example, Australian dollar, US dollar, you rule out Australian dollar, US dollar as a blatant, horrible pair to trade at the moment because it doesn't have a great technical bearish trend or fundamentally whatever happens, whatever the indication is, it doesn't work right now. So it's very easy to just disregard it and be happy about that. And if you're thinking of if you're thinking, for example, of buying oil right now, just to make sure that I will understand that going correctly, is you will have almost a whole week now of vacation because it's not bullish. Maybe check again tomorrow then, but it's not bullish, it's bearish, and you should short it from 79, and it's not at 79 yet, so that means it will go higher, and it means that people will be like, oh, it's going to go buy it, and then it falls down again. So when you have clarity and the technical analysis isn't lining up, you have vacation, or you do something else, or you go do a job, or you go mow the lawn, or whatever. There is nothing to sit at the chart and looking at. Makes sense? And that's for everyone. And I really advocate for you don't need to be here half of the time that you're here. Some of you guys are never here, so that's one thing that's a good thing. But if also, why am I not looking at charts? Why am I looking at the oil? Why am I not looking at New Zealand? Because I don't need to, because I can look at my charts, I can look at my entries, I can look at my limit orders, and we're nowhere near it. And I know we're gonna fall later today. Either now. Was that a doorbell? We're gonna fall either now or later today, and I just need to wait for it to happen. And I can come back in New York. I can go back in New York close, and it'll still be the same. Nothing has changed, right? So moving forward, it's I don't know how true it is, but hedge fund managers, as I've been told, spend 80% of their time talking to clients or explaining what is going on in the world. It's not trading. I know about 2 firms in the world that makes 2 trades a year, I think it is. I know about another firm that a Norwegian was running until he became the old fund manager of Norway, and he had to sell his 5 billion worth of assets. AKO Capital. They had the best month in the market with 8% return in December 2020. So if you are raking in more than 8% a month, you're better than the world's best hedge fund in a single month. But just remember that there's volatility. If you have more than that, you have a higher volatility and higher risk of losing. That's all. I just got a message. That's funny. That's funny. Somebody went to a place. It's like 90 degrees of humidity or whatever, and it's raining. So hot as balls. Okay, cool. Is there any other questions by out there by the people? Nobody asked about S&P 500 today. Okay, cool. That's all right. Can do that. Can live with that. New script version. Is that on Rainpage Prime Pro? Joe, can you stop giving out all these new things? People's Pro. Because I need to change my things all the time. Okay. Auto, manual, monthly. So this People's Pro. Bullish. And then I have to change. Okay. buys, exit. You still haven't done whatever I want you to do as default, Joe. So now it's there. Better. I find them funny sometimes to just look at them later on. This one's gonna go okay though. This is gonna be going to profit, but I don't think it even got entered. But sometimes on these FXCM things, also sure, I guess down to a buy entry there, but oh, congrats, bro! Congrats. Pretty good, mate. Yeah, can't complain about that one either. But yeah, I know. It's very fun where every day I wake up and like there's a new notification and we're like, okay, what's that about? And you're like, oh, it's Joe. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to update my thing again then. So, I'm currently bearish on New Zealand. Just waiting for it to come down. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, I'm not doing anymore. Euro, New Zealand, it's trying to come down. Frankly, it's not doing it yet. I'm just waiting for it to do, and I will be live streaming later today on A1 Trading. And I'm waiting for 83.37. I'm waiting for 1.7818, and I'm waiting for 0.5519 and 109.60 if you want to do that on euro. All right. Have you already done gold, bro? Okay. We can do gold since Ian is so kind to ask. So, I have this previous trade plan that was buying here and buying there, sorry, and breaks higher. Cool, fine, whatever. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's currently bearish, in my opinion, because it's broken candle-wise there, and it's still continued to hold. The momentum is low, and I want momentum when I'm trading gold, and I currently don't have it. Practically because the new lower low met with equal highs, meaning momentum lower equals to 0, meaning I am not seeing brand new lower lows, brand new lower lows, brand new lower highs. In a trading situation, I want to be in more like that in a bearish trend, and I want to be in more of maybe that or that, where we have brand new low lows and it continues lower. So in the essence of now is that, yes, you can look for maybe 2000 or whatever price you want to short it from, but I don't want to short it yet because it is not giving me any good vibes of continuation of bearish trend. So a break of 1972, 1973 should be great, meaning that it's just as, if that happens now in New York or London for that matter, that is the easy way out of it, basically. Okay, I will read that one later. Germany FO improves marginally in April. Okay, nothing great then. And then there's not going to be anything. There might be, there's an end to the era of aggressive tightening. We are though looking into We are in a historical time, by the way, people, where now we have gone from flat as a pancake to increasing to now becoming flat as a pancake and then dropping off later. When the drop off is going to come, that is, depending, but a 6 months pause is kind of likely. To 5 to 6 months pause is kind of likely at this point, but we will have that come then when that one comes along, and that will make gold go higher. Okay, peeps. I will go back to making my fundamental analysis course and making my trade plans. Things I have given you what I want to do. It is currently not doing anything, so just have to wait. This was an update. Pound New Zealand as well. 0.2180. Currently not happening yet. So until then, see you. I love you, family. Boom. And we'll talk in give or take 4 or 5 hours.